Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Thriving Thursdays. We are going to get started. I think we are good on everything. Yes, I am behind schedule. If you could imagine how my evenings are. Oh my goodness, they are totally crazy. My kids have something every evening, and so even to do Thriving Thursdays, it can be challenging just getting here to get everything set up and get started, because I have to drop them off somewhere, and then when I finish I have to run back and get them. But I am here. So welcome to Thriving Thursdays. I am Lakeisha, the owner of Journey to Greatness. And so I bring you Thriving Thursdays to give you key nuggets on how to go about your day-to-day life with different things. And so today we're talking about having a dream. Yes, we all have dreams. Dreams of a house or a car or places to travel, restaurants to eat at, different things. We just have dreams, but that is not the type of dream that I'm going to talk about today. So this week we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. And so he had a speech of "I had a dream." His dream was bigger than himself. His dream was saving the world. What he saw the world as it was currently at that time, and he knew that it could be so much better. He had a dream of equality and just making the world better. And so those are the type of dreams that I am talking about today. So I want you to, perhaps close your eyes and think about a time when you were younger. It's something about being kids that we just dream about all kinds of things. Like, some kids want to be nurses or doctors or firefighters, policemen, lawyers, politicians, even from the things that we see our parents do or we see in, on TV or in our community. But they're all dreams that are outside of ourselves. They're dreams to help others and to make the world a better place. So what happened to those dreams? Many times, kids grow up and they do those things. They become teachers or, doctors or, lawyers that they said that they want to do. But there's many times that we don't. And why is it that we don't accomplish those dreams? What happens? What changes in our life? Is it that we stop losing interest? Is it that somebody that was around us laughed or said, no, that's not a good thing to do something else? Or, a lot of times boys say they want to be firefighters or policemen. They're like, oh, that's too dangerous. You don't want to do that type of thing. And so sometimes we could get talked out of it. But those dreams were actually dreams outside of ourselves. Those dreams were dreams to help the world, to make the world better. And so we are here, we are put on this earth, not just for ourselves, not just for our families and to make our families better. We're put here to make everybody that is around us better. And so with that, I'm going to tell you a story, and maybe something that happened to me, how I veered off. And so when I was little, I thought about this scenario, and I closed my eyes and I thought about, when was I a dreamer? When did I want to help people and do something to make a difference? And so I closed my eyes, and I remember when I was little and I used to sit in my room and look out the windows and just, sometimes seeing the kids playing or, maybe watching what's going on with the weather or any of those things. And I paused, and I was like, I remember sitting there saying that I wanted to have this office, and I wanted to have, people to come sit in my office and talk to me about their issues, and I wanted, to help work them out. And I think I saw some show about counselors, and so I looked it up, and I was like, I'm going to become a psychologist, and because I am going to help people just to be better and to do better and get over things that are in life. And so even, I talked about doing it in high school, and I went to college and I majored in psychology. But what happened is, my first couple of years, I took all of my general requirements, and then it got to me taking my psychology classes. So it came to a semester I had 4 psychology classes and 1 sociology class. And I said, whew, I don't think this is for me. Do you know how many papers that entailed in just that one semester? And anybody that knows me knows that I do not like school. Even though I said I wanted to be a psychologist, and people said, okay, you have to at least have a master's to, get that. And I said, okay, I'll do it. This is what I want to do. But when I got into the heat of taking the classes and all the papers, and you can only cut and paste and change this and change that so much before it's like you got to really become original. I said, you know what? This dream really isn't for me. So I changed it, and I went and got a business degree, and I, been working, and I love everything that I do, but there's still something in me that says I'm supposed to help people. But I thought about, it wasn't anybody that told me that I couldn't do it, that I couldn't become a psychologist and help people work through their problems and do this dream that I had. It was something that I told myself. I talked myself, the negative thoughts and the laziness that I had on me to not, push forward past any adversity of writing all of these papers and different things like that. I told myself that I didn't want to do it. So that kept me from actually doing what I said I wanted to do, to help the world, to help people to get over what they needed. I wanted to be a helping hand, and I couldn't do it because I stopped. And then after that time, things have been built up from then to still help people. And so I just find myself time after time focusing more on me instead of focusing on something else. And so I thought about, how I developed Journey to Greatness. And I used to drive around the town that I lived in, and I saw an area, and I was like, this is the area, this is the building that I want to have, because I had this goal of having this foundation in which I brought young unwed moms in to teach them how to survive, not just on the system, but survive in life and to thrive in every area. And so I had mapped it out. I knew that they were going to come for 2 years. They were going to work, and their free living and their teaching, they was also going to have to be required to get a 2-year degree. And so when they finished, they didn't have to worry about childcare. They got, life lessons, they got job lessons, they had a degree, and so it would help them to build. And so if they did need assistance, at least they had a foundation to build on. And so that's something that I wanted to do. And so later I kind of put that on the shelf, and I was like, that takes a lot of work. And, right now in my life, I don't have that much work, but all of these things are like to help other people and that are bigger than myself. But I keep finding myself putting them on the shelf for later because I don't have the time right now. I don't have the resources right now. And so I want you to think about that. How many times have you put something on the shelf to help somebody else because you're so focused on what you're doing in your current situation or whatever is going on? And so even now, I still put it on the shelf, to be honest with you, but I am coming out of my box. So that's why I do the live videos, to come out, to help share in a way that I can help other people until I reach the ultimate goal. So no, I didn't, go get the psychology degree and become a psychologist, but I'm still doing it now by coming live every week, to give nuggets, by making posts, by listening to people's conversations. And so this isn't a week that I have a 1, 2, 3 points. This is what you should do. This is a week that I want you to think about a time in your life that you were just a dreamer, that you had a dream that was bigger than yourself, that you had a dream that was bigger than your family, that you had a dream that was bigger than just where you are, but you wanted to help your community. Like right now, we're in a time where there is total chaos going on, really. You have, people out of work because of the government shutdown. You have so many people that are in need. And so these are the times that you really start thinking, how can I help somebody else? How can I see the picture that's bigger than me? And so I'm not going to be long with you today. I just wanted to come in and talk about having a dream. Go back to the times where you dreamed about being things bigger than yourself, bigger than your family, about helping somebody else. Because each week when I do my video, if I'm able to touch at least one person and change their thinking to help them to do something that they've always wanted to do or that they talk themselves out of doing, then I've accomplished a goal. So in Thrive, in talking about helping people to thrive, that's part of it. Accomplishing, evaluating your goals, and vacating negativity. And so these are the things that I want you to do. So feel free to message me. Feel free to, talk to me about it. Feel free, just to inbox me and tell me some of these dreams. How do you want to help somebody else other than yourself? We see a lot of people on the roads, and they're holding signs and they're begging for money and different things like that. And, one goal is that I wanted to position myself in a way in which that I can have the little bags in my car that, gave them the mittens and maybe a little snack and, a couple of dollars in there just to bless them and say, somebody is thinking about you. You might have, fell on hard times, or, things might not be going as you planned them to go. But if you keep pushing forward, if you keep the faith and keep going on, that you can accomplish these things. So I want you to take the time to think about how you can make a difference in the people that are around you, how you can make a difference in your community, in your state, in your nation, in America, and in the world. You don't just have to think small in how you can make a difference, but how can you make a difference overall? And I believe if we as a people start thinking about others more than we think about ourselves, then we can start making America great again. We can start making the world a better place. We can start one person at a time. So with that, have a dream and go forth and think about outside of yourself and the many things that I'm not saying that to say there's something wrong with having your own dreams and, making yourself better, but there's a different fulfillment when you think about helping others and helping them get to a place that they would like to be in, things of that nature. So with that being said, that is all that I have for you today. I really didn't want to come up here and be long. I just wanted to share and spark your interest in your mind about having a dream and helping other people. So with that being said, Thriving Thursdays is over with for today. Don't forget to like, share, and turn on your notifications so you can be notified whenever I come on live. At some point, I do want to have more videos, but with my crazy schedule and having something to do every night, it's kind of hard to lock in a definite time like I do on Thursdays. Thursdays can be kind of hectic, and I'm like, oh, and I don't want other days like that. But I am working on it. That is my goal for this year. I am working on that. But I am out of here. Have a great week. We will see you next week on Thriving Thursdays. Thank you for joining. Love you guys.